Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence up with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. Y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come on in the building. Salute to everybody that's tapped in. I have some breaking news for you guys that have just come out. I have some breaking news that have just come out as y'all tap on in the building. Salute to everybody that's in here, man. Y'all know what it is. Can y'all hear me? I bet y'all can hear me. All right, man. Yeah, y'all smash the like button, share, and subscribe. So, ex-NBA player, and I was wondering why he got forced out of the league, and now it comes to pass why. Ex-NBA player Ben McLemore, who played for the Los Angeles Lakers, Portland Trail Blazers, and a few other teams, have just in Portland, Oregon, been found guilty of R-wording a woman back in 2021 while he was playing in the NBA for the Portland Trail Blazers organization. Now, according to reports out of ESPN, and I'll show you guys right here on the screen, Ben McLemore, it says an Oregon jury found him guilty today of R-wording a woman in 2021 while he was playing for the Portland Trail Blazers, following deliberations that lasted about 10 hours. Following an 11-day trial, the jury in Clackamas County found a 32-year-old, and this dude was young, and he lost his whole career because of this. 32-year-old Ben McLemore, who hasn't played in the NBA since 2022, guilty on one charge of first-degree R-words, one charge of first-degree unlawful sexual penetration, and one count of second-degree sexual abuse. As this guy is losing his career, man. Now, it says the jury did not find him guilty on an additional count of second-degree sexual abuse, and he had pled not guilty on all 4 counts. So his sentencing is scheduled for Wednesday, July the 9th at 9:30 a.m. They're giving him a quick sentencing. Now, it says the charges stem from a report of a sexual assault at Lake Oswego, Oregon on October the 3rd, 2021, when police began identifying, and Ben McLemore was identified, this NBA player, as the suspect in this case. Now, basically it says in February 2024, a Clackamas County grand jury heard the evidence in this case, and including testimony from the woman who said that Ben McLemore had violated her, and was issued an indictment against him as well as an arrest warrant, according to the police from Lake Oswego. Now, the U.S. Marshals arrested Ben McLemore 2 months later. A representative for Ben McLemore did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. Now, he was the 7th pick in the 2013 draft out of Kansas and played for 5 teams in the NBA. Now, after playing for the Portland Trail Blazers, he ended up going overseas and playing for China, Greece, and Spain. After being basically outed, I guess, out of the National Basketball Association. Now, basically on July, uh, today, I should say, he was found guilty, right? Now, he was found guilty of all wording a 21-year-old woman, um, as I told y'all, at a house party in Lake Oswego back in October of 2021. Now, the trial lasted, like I told y'all, 11 days, and it only took 10 hours of deliberation to get that guilty verdict, right? Now, it says that the incident occurred at a booze-fueled party that was hosted at the home of another teammate of the Portland Trail Blazers, right? Whose name was Robert Covington, right? Who we are, man, this is crazy work, but Robert Covington, I don't even know if last time I looked, he was playing for Philly. I don't even know if Robert Covington's in the league. But it said the woman testified that she was heavily intoxicated and incapacitated on a couch when Ben McLemore sexually assaulted her. Now, Ben McLemore originally denied the allegations, claiming that the encounter was consensual and that both parties were intoxicated. Now, his defense attorney, Lisa Maxfield, argued that the encounter was a mutual decision clouded by alcohol, but the jury sided with the prosecution, which emphasized the survivor's inability to consent due to her intoxication, right? This is crazy work. Now, this guy gets put in prison because they were drinking, and the jury found that, hey, because she couldn't consent due to her intoxication, because they were drinking, he's going to go to prison, right? So, Ben McLemore, again, who's 32 years old, now he faces a mandatory minimum of 8 years and 4 months in prison. So he will go to prison for a minimum of 8 years and 4 months. Now, he was taken into custody immediately after the verdict. Now, the trial included testimony from 2 other Portland Trailblazers players. And Ben McLemore himself took the stand, admitting to initially lying to Lake Oswego police about the incident out of concern that his wife and mother-in-law were nearby during the questioning. Now, this is crazy work right here. Now, hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second, you guys. Right? Now, let me say this, right? Now, according to reports also, there's no direct evidence that his guilty verdict for all wording and sexual abuse charges has led to specific changes in the NBA's policy. The NBA has not issued public statements or announced the policy revisions explicitly tied to this case and the available information. However, the incident and its high-profile nature involving a former player and a team-related event could prompt broader discussions or reviews within the league, as similar incidents have happened in the past, according to reports. Also, the NBA has historically responded to misconduct with measures like suspensions, fines, or bans, as seen in cases like in the 2004 Indiana Pacers versus Detroit Pistons brawl, which led to tightened policies on player and fan interactions, on-court behavior. The league's collective bargaining agreement already includes provisions for disciplining players for off-court conduct deemed detrimental to the NBA's reputation, with the commissioner having the authority to impose penalties. Serious criminal convictions like Ben McLemore's typically result in the players being barred from the NBA, as the NBA prioritizes its image and fan expectations. Now, again, Ben McLemore, he had hold on, you guys. Ben McLemore was out of the league after this, right? He was out of the league after this, right? So this happened in 2021. He was out of the league in 2022, right? So this is just sad, Sad work, man. Um, Hold on, you guys. Um, I'm gonna pull up some more information for y'all right now. Hold on. This is wild right here, man. Um, Hold on, y'all. So he faces a minimum of 8 years and 4 months in prison, bro. Man, bro. So basically, uh, bro, wow, man. Like I said, he faces a minimum of 100 months in prison, 8 years and 4 months for these convictions. Oregon sentencing guidelines for first degree R wording and unlawful sexual penetration, which are Measure 11 felonies, right? Require at least this minimum term without eligibility for early release or parole, right? Uh, for early release or parole. Um, what else does it say? Oh, it also says that in most cases, it says the exact sentence will be finalized at a later hearing. Now, the mandatory minimum is 8 years and 4 months. Now, this is just sad, bro. This is just sad, bro. Very sad situation. Now, also, it goes. Now it says that it says the maximum he faces is 20 years in prison. So he faces a minimum of 8 years and 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Without the eligibility for early release, parole, or sentence reduction for good behavior during that period. So he gonna serve the whole whatever he get. He gonna serve the whole time for that 8 years and 4 months. You know what I'm saying? At the minimum part, right? Now, that's crazy, bro. So he just lost the rest of his NBA. He lost the rest of his basketball career. He's out of here, bro. He's lost the rest of his basketball career. Also, it says that the key aspects of Oregon sentencing law. It says that Measure 11, enacted in 1994, Measure 11 imposes mandatory minimum sentences for certain violent felonies, including first-degree R wording, first-degree unlawful sexual penetration. Now, for both of Ben McLemore's Class A felony convictions, the minimum for each of them. Oh man, he faced more time than this. That's just for each charge. The minimum for each of them is 8 years and 4 months. So the judge can stack those years. Now it says the judge can decide whether the sentences will run concurrently together or consecutively, one after the other. Now, given the case's severity, consecutive sentencing could increase the total time, though reports indicate at least 8 years and 4 months at the minimum. Now, felony sentencing guidelines for non-Measure 11 crimes like second-degree sexual abuse, Oregon uses a sentencing grid based on crimes severity and the defendant's criminal history, with sentences ranging from probation to 5 years, depending on factors like prior convictions. Now, additional penalties. It says sex offender registration. Convictions for these type of crimes require lifelong registration as a sex offender under the Oregon Sex Offender Registry Act, impacting housing, impacting employment, and other aspects of this man's life. Also, post prison supervision. After serving prison time, Measure 11 offenses typically include a period of post prison supervision, which is parole, often 2 to 5 years, with conditions like sex offender treatment and polygraph examinations. Now, fines and restitutions can be imposed on him up to $375 for the Class A felonies and $125,000 for the Class C felonies. And victims may receive compensation through the Oregon Crime Victims Compensation Program for medical costs or other damages. Now, application to his case, it says the minimum sentence again is 8 years and 4 months for each of the first degree R word and unlawful convictions he got, which is two, and likely serve concurrently unless the judge orders otherwise. The second degree sexual abuse conviction may add probation or additional jail and prison time, depending on the sentencing guidelines and judicial discretion. Now, sentencing hearing, the exact sentence will be finalized at a later hearing where the judge may consider aggravating factors, i.e., the victim's intoxication, public impact as a former NBA player, or mitigating factors. Ben McLemore's lack of prior criminal history, if applicable. Now, long-term consequences beyond prison. Again, he must register as a sex offender for life, undergo post-prison supervision, and comply with strict conditions like treatment programs. So it says Oregon sentencing laws for sex crimes are stringent, particularly for Measure 11 offenses, reflecting a focus on protecting victims and deterring serious crimes. However, Post on X suggests that the public sentiment that sentencing guidelines may be perceived as lenient in some cases, though this not does not apply to Measure 11 crimes like Ben McLemore's, which carry maximum or fixed minimums. So no changes to these laws were noted in 2024-2025 legislative updates. So yeah, man. I mean, bro, he's man, bro. I mean, bro, he going for at least 8 years and 4 months on one charge. So now it's all up to the judge. Do the judge give him the minimum, or do the judge go over the minimum? His maximum is 20 years. He just lost the rest of his career, man. I was wondering why they pushed him out the NBA. He was young. He got pushed out the NBA because of this. And he never got his job again. He had to go overseas, and now he's lost his entire professional basketball career. I mean, 8 years, he's done. I mean, he's 32 right now. 8 years, he's 40. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's a minimum. That's on the minimum side. You know what I'm saying? That he got to do all that without even no, way around that. Then you go from that. He got to go. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what the judge say. So if the judge say, "No, I'm gonna give you 12 or 15 years," oh man. I mean, to him to lose that right there, right then, that's a crushing blow right there, man, for a young fella, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash your like button, man. And I was just thinking, like, I was wondering why he fell out the NBA. I didn't even know he had this case. But they said this happened at Robert Covington's house. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Robert Covington, let me see something. I don't even know if he's still in the league or not. Hold on. I'm about to find out right now. Because I know he was playing. Let me see right now. Hold on, you guys. So Robert Covington is the unrestricted free agent, man. That's messed up, man. Damn, bro. So Robert Covington, who's a former teammate of Ben McLemore's and a witness in his R-word trial, is currently an unrestricted free agent in the National Basketball Association and does not have an active contract with an NBA team, as from his latest information as of right now. His last stint with the Philadelphia 76ers was in the 2023-2024 season, where he played 26 games before a left knee bone bruise sidelined him for the playoffs in the final 50 games of the regular season. So the reports from April 2024 indicate that the coach for the Sixers, Nick Nurse, did not expect him to return that season, and he has not played in the NBA since December the 30th, 2023, y'all. He's now only 34 years old. He wants to continue his NBA career, stating that in 2025 he believes he has 4 or 5 year basketball left. So that's just crazy, man. But there's no other reports of teams even looking at signing him. And this guy is a very good, perimeter defender who can shoot the 3-ball. Like, that's crazy. He's out of the league. But it might be related to this. You never know. Teams might be off of him because of this situation. Now, that's definitely, in my opinion, why Ben McLemore ain't in the league no more. This dude was a young cat. So I'm looking at this thing like, man, bro, this is crazy work, man. And like I said, he getting sentenced in 1 week. He come back in 1 week for sentencing. So you guys let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody tapped on in. Like, share, and subscribe. Very sad news. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this, man. I'm going. He got to go do a minimum on one charge, and he got found guilty on 3 charges, and not guilty on 1. So he's gonna have to, go sit down for however long the judge say so. But the crazy part about his detail is that if y'all look at the details of this case, it said in the details that they called it R word because him and the girl was drunk, and they said that the girl could not consent because she was drunk. The 21-year-old girl. So make it make sense. If they both drinking, I don't understand that. If you both drinking, y'all both drunk, you have sex. So would that mean he couldn't consent either? I got to figure that one out. I don't understand that one. That one's kind of, you know what I'm saying? So they were both drunk. Like I said before, this one right here, bro, I don't like that. It don't sound good to me. You know what I mean? Because they didn't say he gave her the drink. They said they both was drunk. Now, here's the thing. They say he took the stand and testified on his own behalf, but he admitted that he lied to the cops. See, I think that might have hurt him when he admitted on the stand that he had lied to the cops previously. So that might have really hurt him, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. Salute to everybody for tapping on in, bro. And I'm gone.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym. Work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.